Hello, everyone. It is Friday, April 23rd, 2021. Welcome to the Josh Show. I'd like to welcome you all here today. Just got to get some adjustments here going. Got my, all of my bling on. Got my hat on. Got my good on. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Let your mind go. Guys, today we're going to be talking about sometimes we all need to escape the world. Sometimes we need to get out of our own heads. Sometimes we need to broaden our viewpoint on something we may not see eye to eye. You know, it's one of those good things that you guys can think about as we start to join this movement that we're doing here in this world. 2021 is going to be about rebirth and rejuvenation, because after all the COVID shit stuff is done, guys, it's going to be a renaissance. Artists are going to come out, musicians are going to come out, comedians are going to come out, businesses are going to reawaken, new businesses are going to emerge, new ways of doing business are going to emerge. So if you think it's hopeless right now, and you think that the world isn't going to go back to doing something normal, it's never going to be normal again. We faced something we've never faced before in the history of our world, at least in our time frame. We haven't, this time, haven't, put that out there, right? So it's important that we look at history that shows us what happened the last time, what's going to happen after, and what it could lead to if we don't get our shit together and stuff like that. You know? So, when I say let your mind go, everyone needs escape sometimes. Whether you escape in work, whether you escape in your personal crafts, your friends, your husband, wife, people that are here, it's important that we build these relationships to be something more than just you're my brother, sister, uncle, family member, whatever. We are one world. We are one people. We've always been that. That's never changed. We separate people because we don't feel comfortable with some people and the way they do certain things. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has a decision, everyone has something that's going on with them. And, it's something that people always don't think about the other side of the coin. Now, I know what you're going to say. There's some things you just don't want to see the other side of the coin of. But you gotta, just for a little bit, just think about this. Okay, I'm going to take the most extreme thing I can think of, guys. So I really, really want you to understand that this is an opinion, and I think that, it's an extreme opinion, and I don't want to say that it's not something that's out there, because it is. Okay, white supremacy. I'm a white guy, right? Look, white skin. I wear a bandana, not to hide my hair color or anything like that. I just like the bandana. Okay? So, as you can see, I'm a Wiccan. And I'm also bisexual. I've got a lot of different things that society says isn't really that appealing. So as far as a white guy goes, and this white privilege thing they talk about, now I understand that I've had it easier than any black person has ever had it. Okay? I understand that. But I'm saying this not to endorse white supremacy. I'm just saying think of it from their viewpoint. Okay, what they think and what they go through their heads. I'm not a white supremacist, so I can't say I know what they think, but I have a general idea. You have lost your job. You've lost your ability to communicate. You've lost a lot of things in your life. The predominant reason for that happening has been someone of a different color coming in and doing something you couldn't do, because now programs are more apt to help people of color than help people who are not of color. Do you know that because I'm white, I don't qualify for certain programs that African Americans get? Because, and I'm in the same income bracket as they are and everything, but because I'm a white dude, they think you have more opportunity and more availability. Now, I'm basically living on Social Security and, the unemployment that I got from the job I lost during the COVID crisis. Now, when that ends and the world finally starts to spin a little bit better, we have to remember what we learned during this time. I was a big proponent of the George Floyd trial, the whole situation. I went down there. I almost protested, but I couldn't because I was so afraid I would bring COVID home to my wife. I wanted to go, but I couldn't. Because my wife has more medical conditions that, I'm not going to get into here, but it's just I make you guys understand who I am and what my situation was. Now, I thought what happened to George Floyd was a downright criminal, and thank God they came back with a right verdict. I'm so happy they found him guilty in all 3 counts, and when they do the sentencing, I think that's where it's going to be a little bit tricky with people, because it's going to be more about what he got than the guilty verdict that was already applied. We already know he's guilty. We already know he's going to get charged with something. But remember, the judge has to look at the entire case, figure out what's an appropriate charge. He was an officer. Did he have a good record? All that stuff. And the lawyers got to do their fun stuff and all that crap before they even get to sentencing. But I try to think about what a white supremacist might think. This person took my job. This person took my ability to be more out there. Because they're out there, my opportunities have gone away. Because they're out there, all of these other things that are happening in my life are just me blaming them for the problems I don't know how to solve. Racism is all about seeing someone in a way that bad light, and you don't understand that someone sees it a different way. They see it as I'm protecting my own, I'm standing up for my own, just like you're standing up for your own. Why is it that black people can go protest for black lives, but when white people do it, it seems like we're getting together to take down the system? We have as much rights as anybody else. And maybe one day they'll flip the script and we'll be the ones who are the ones who are the lower class, and they'll be the ones who are more in charge. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care who's in charge. I just want the people in charge to do something about the world that they live in, rather than they're lining their own pockets or making their own people happy. Instead of serving your senators and all the people who are around you, you serve the people first. There's a show out there called Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I just got done watching a show called One World, One People, right? Now, it's an extreme viewpoint, but she has a point in this episode that when we stop thinking about how we are so separate, when we stop thinking about how we are different from one another, when we take back our ability, what am I doing? What is my mission? How am I going about doing that mission? Am I someone who's trustworthy? Am I someone who's competent? Am I someone who could bring about something that could actually do some good in this world? And every last one of you are responsible for doing that. We're here to live our lives. If you want to know what the meaning of life is, you live. You go live your life the best possible way you can live. You're going to hit road bumps. You're going to hit decisions. You're going to hit things that throw you through the loop. You're going to be born into situations you don't want to be born into. And you want to talk about people who want to change and become something different? Great. If that's what it takes to make you happy, if that's what it takes to make you feel more yourself, then go do it. If you feel like I'm very big on the LGBTQ rights, okay, but there's another thing that I can actually relate to. I have to put myself in the head of someone who sees me as the enemy, who sees me as the problem, who sees me as the reason this world isn't working the way it's supposed to work, right? That's what it's really about. That's the thinking that goes on in a racist's head. It's not always about color. Color is just the marquee on the studio of life, on the theater of life. You know you're walking into this situation. You know that everybody in that theater is the same kind of person. And then you feel that all of them are responsible for the ills in your life, or the things that you did wrong, or the decisions you made. You know, rather than saying, you know what, I don't care if you're black, I want to have a job, but because you're black and you have a predominantly black-owned business, I'm not going to go work for you. Well, if that's what stops you from going to get your life together and living, maybe you have an important point. Maybe there's a decision in your head that I don't quite understand, you know. I'd love to interview someone who actually believes in that stuff, so I can maybe understand their viewpoint. I'd love to be able to understand what it's like to live like a black person. I wish I could understand. Hell, I wish I knew what a woman went through on a daily basis, right? You know, I'm not a woman. I'm not black. I'm a white dude. You know, I'm an old white dude at that. I've lived 46 years on this earth, and I gotta tell you, I've really tried to live my life to the best of my abilities. Have I always made the right choices in life? Hell no. I have not. Who has? If anyone comes to me and tells me they lived the perfect, absolute perfect life, I'm going to say, so what facility are you being kept in, and how long have you been there? Because you obviously haven't dealt with any real life situation. Now maybe, I can't say that person isn't out there either. Hey, maybe I need to understand that person. Maybe I'm a prejudiced person against someone like that. See, I just thought of it, right? Look, cheese that was extra nuked in the microwave. It's just cheese. I'm a little hungry this morning. Hungry. I'm hungry. I really shouldn't eat on the show. Okay. This has been I'm swallowing food moment. I'm drinking coffee moment. I'm smoking a cigarette moment. Okay. I smoke, but I'm telling you not to. Okay. I can't change what you're going to do in your life. No one can. You have to decide what you want to do with your life. That's the point, guys. That's the whole point. You live in a parentheses of your life. Beginning, end, what happens in the middle is everything in between. That's life, right? Now, you want to go death, afterlife, rebirth, or something like that. Great. But you know what? You never get to be this person again, okay? No matter what happens, no matter what doesn't happen, I never get to be Joshua Adam Bleasy again. Unless you come back and relive the same life over and over and over and over again. And in that case, I'm stabbing myself in the head every time. Okay, I ever find out this is the Matrix and all I do is relive the same life over and over and over again? Well, whatever. I just want to get into the Matrix so I can make my life just a tiny bit easier. I don't need a whole lot. No, just enough to make sure that I'm getting by and all that stuff, you know? I really, this thing is so freaking soaked because I waited too long. So, you know what? I'll put that over there. What I should be doing, guys, is letting you know that this escapism that we need to happen, let's get back to the mission at hand. You know, I'm really starting to consider this, guys. I'm really starting to consider my evil plan. I'm really starting to think maybe this isn't such a bad idea. You know? Maybe, just maybe, I've got a point. Look, feather. It's a red feather. Red and blue feather. Perfect, analogy for life, right? Yeah, okay, political party. This is what it probably should look like. A lot of reds, a lot of blues, all mixed in together. but it's a feather, right? You know, let's get back to my evil plan. Okay, so you don't want the world to be saved. You want to see us crash and burn as fast as possible. All you gotta do is come and sign my book, and I will let you be part of my army. We can start today. You could join me now. We could end the world. Yeah, okay. Now you get it, right? There are things out there in this world that no human could do anything about. You can predict the weather. You can tell us how close it is. But Mother Nature is very, very, very adept to change. She changes on a dime, people. She changes because certain conditions are there. She doesn't just change to change. She changes because there's a reason behind it. You know? And she doesn't make these long-winded decisions. She takes her time. And sometimes she takes, 5 seconds. Tomorrow, I got sunshine and clouds right now. 5 seconds from now, I could have snow. Okay? But the point is, getting out of your head sometimes, seeing the world, and letting your mind go, how we can escape the world, but still be a part of it, you know? Sometimes you need a break. Hey, go for a run. You need a break. Go meditate. You need a break. Go to work if you need a break from family. If you need a break from family, go home. Take the day off. Maybe you feel like painting. Maybe you're not a good painter. Just paint anyway, goddammit. Who cares if anyone ever sees it? You never know. People throw paint on a wall and call it art. You know, you can see I am no stranger to the I know what that concept kind of means. It's not about the paint going on the canvas. It's about what you're doing while you're putting the paint on the canvas. You know, why are you throwing it in that specific spot? Why are you allowing it to do what it needs to do? You know, everyone has a reason. Everyone has something that they need to just break free of and get rid of in their life. Maybe it's toxic relationships. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. Maybe it's not a toxic relationship. Maybe it's just being yourself. You know, I said I was going to eat during the show, so I better wait for this. Okay, I'm going to wait. I've only got a couple more minutes left here, guys. Well, no, I've got, we'll just call it 13 minutes. Probably about that. So, how do we escape but still be connected in our world? And how can we bring everyone to a point where we can start doing that? I think it really starts with us asking, what is it we really want? The whole world. What is it we really want? You know, what is it that every person could agree on that is important to us? I think we can agree on the bare necessities, right? Food is an essential thing. We should all have some food, right? We should all have some clean water, right? Or at least access to clean water, right? We all should have somewhere to go or live when weather is bad. Or maybe, just maybe, we should have places where they can go to live permanently. You know? And astonishing thoughts can go through people's heads. You know, what is it we all want? We all want peace. We all want to live our lives. We want to go do what makes us feel happy and accepted and like we're actually doing something. Work is designed to be work, but there's a lot of people out there who go to a 9-to-5 job who hate their jobs. What if everyone went to their job and loved their job? You know, hey, everyone's got to start somewhere. Maybe someone likes the fast food industry. Someone likes to be able to work. But we're going to get to a point where we, drive up to a window and the computer hands you your food, Frick, you could just dial DoorDash and they'll bring it to you or something like that, It doesn't matter. There are a lot of different things. Instant food, instant whatever. So, and medical care. Mental health as well, okay? Let's just talk about that, okay? So we want food? Food. Right? Water? Yes, water. All right? We want somewhere to live, right? Somewhere to live, right? We all want somewhere to go, right? We want to be able to go live our lives, live our lives and do something that feels good. Work at the same time. And then honestly, this last thing, maybe it's about making the world a better place. Maybe it's about changing the way we think about doing things. If we all came to an agreement on what was the most important thing out there, if we all went to this and saw what was going on in the world, and what is truly the most important thing that we could do, what things could we do that would make everyone happy? It's not that hard to think about. It's a simple viewpoint that everyone has the ability to change and grow and do what they love. Now you're going to say 1,000 people, 100 million people will become artists and then will not have any food, right? And then we'll have to force people to go do food jobs, right? Well, maybe we need to start coming up with a system that doesn't require people to do field work, You know what? I don't need that out right now. Okay. Deep breath, guys. Take a deep breath. Damn demons. That's what happens when you start trying to, sign up demons on your list. They all go. Speak English! Right? Who cares if you can speak the language? Who cares? We've got enough universal translators out there now. Someone's got to come up with a universal translator that everyone can freaking use. Like Star Trek, you press a button and you instantly know what they are hearing. Why aren't we there yet? We have the technology to do that. If Siri can recognize my voice and your voice, then what the heck? If you put it on an
answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
How do I save the world, Siri? I'm going to ask you.
Okay. I found this on the web for How Do I Save the World. Check it out.
Hey Siri, how do I end the world? That's scary.
The world will effectively end 5 billion years from now when the sun becomes a red giant star.
Okay, that's going to take a little bit too long. 5 billion years for the sun to explode. We got to accelerate that process, right? Hey Siri, how do I save the world?
Okay, I found this on the web for How Do I Save the World. Check it out.
Oh, gross, right? Why did I do that on live television? God dang it, now I got crap on my arm. I'm a gross guy. Sorry. That wasn't comedy, but I really had to blow my nose, and I should have thought about that first. I'm sorry, guys. Boogers! What do they know? How about this? We ask Siri some fun questions for a bit, right? She knows all the answers, right? Hey Siri, what is the meaning of life? Hey Siri, what is the meaning of life?
Depends on who you ask. Aristotle would say...
Oh, hey Siri, what is the meaning of life? Forgot to get the answer.
I'm not sure, but I think we can rule out having to pry open those little keyring things.
I don't know why it said that, but okay, that's how we save the world. See, it's like, okay, you want stupid, silly answers that make no sense? Ask your phone. Want a good laugh? Ask it some dumb questions once in a while. Try to have a conversation like it's a real person. I guess the important point of this is to show you guys that getting out of your own head sometimes, viewing something from a different point of view, escape for just a moment in time, because that's just what you need to do, right? And it's not always easy to make the right choices when you're in a spot where you feel trapped and you feel like you don't have choices and you feel like you don't have help or support from anybody. You know, someone can't watch this show because of they don't have internet, they don't have a computer, they don't even have a damn phone. Hell, they live somewhere in the middle of nowhere that doesn't even get signal, and they're perfectly happy. You know? Maybe we need to increase our technology but live more simply, you know? Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. Maybe you guys know the answer. How should we let our minds go so sometimes we can just get out of our own heads? Go see a movie. Write something down. Paint. Box. Ski. Go play football. Invest in yourself. How about this? How about if we all start investing in ourselves? I'm my own company. It's not that hard to make yourself a company. You're a sole proprietor. You know what that means? That means everything goes through you. You don't have to depend on bigwigs making decisions. You don't have to work on bigwigs doing things. Now you're saying, maybe I don't have a product. Maybe I don't have something I can sell. Everyone has an idea. Even this is an idea. Yeah, do I want to sell my show and try to make it something that's more appealing? No, I just want people to hear me. Am I trying to be popular? Am I trying to be liked? I kind of want a little bit of recognition. I'm not going to lie. I'm doing this because I have an ego, and I think I need to share that with you. No? But seriously, it's not difficult to think that sometimes helping someone else helps you. Sometimes helping yourself is what you need to do. When you're down and you've got nothing to lose and there's no other thing left for you to do, then don't you say to yourself, hey, maybe I just stopped doing that. Instead of the suicide thing, instead of, you got mental health issues, I'm sorry, you have mental health issues. I had mental health issues. I was a person who almost committed suicide. I was a person who's been in a mental hospital 3 freaking times. 2 were for extended stays, okay? Because I had a mental issue at the time and I couldn't handle it. I was depressed and I was anxiety. Last time I was in the hospital, my mom died while I was in the mental hospital. I couldn't get out of the mental hospital fast enough to go see my mom before she died because I was having a breakdown. I was having a literal life crisis. I was literally thinking of taking my life. I was literally ready to do it. I was every bit of it. I needed to go, I needed to go get my head back on straight. And then I needed to do the work. I needed to go to counseling. I needed to go to therapy. I needed to take the medications that may or may not help me. One little pill does help me. That's all it takes for me to be almost normal. I'll never be normal because God, look at this shit. Never be normal, right? But it's important that we redefine individuality as not being something that needs to be worried about. You're an individual. We're all individuals. Doesn't matter what color, race, religion, sex you are. What you want to be, everything. We are all human beings. No one can take that away from you. If you prick your if you prick your finger, do not bleed red. I know that's not the right quote, but something like that, right? We all bleed red. We all have white bones inside of our body. We all have blood vessels. We all have a brain. We all have Most of us have arms, legs, and all the other stuff. Some of us have to lose some of those things for our own reasons, to protect people, because someone did something, all of that stuff. I just want us to come together. I want us to save this world. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here today. I hope that we can move forward. Join me next week for an exciting interview with J.A.W. Collar. He's an investment person, and I'm going to bring him on to show to help us maybe bring up our finances. Everyone's got to start thinking about that. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!